What's up, everybody? It's Vito from Perfect Storm Gaming, and today I'm going to do something new. I'm going to try and do this on a regular basis or a semi-regular basis where I'm basically going to just log in live and just give you my hot take on something. So today I was scrolling through the internet and I happened to see somebody's video named REXER on the REXER show. He is part of the arcade 1-up community or whatever. He does a lot of arcade 1-up stuff and things like that. So what's up, Shane? Just before I even get started, I just want to start by saying that this is, everything that I say here is going to be echoing, motherfucker. Oh, I know what it is. Thank you. I know what it is. It's fucking, I had to add my camera and it decided to steal the audio again. Okay, so that's, echoing's gone? Echoing's gone, I'm assuming? Thank you. Yes, my fucking camera. Okay, so starting over. Everything that I'm about to say is 100% my opinion. It's my opinion on this. That doesn't mean that it's not true to some extent, etc. But for the most part, a lot of this is my opinion, and it's what I'm going to tell you that you should or should not be doing based on this thing. So I saw some of a video by REXER. I'm going to be addressing that. I'm going to be addressing the Dean Sharkey thing and some of Retro Lizard. So let's start off with REXER. I saw his video, and basically he's talking about how these YouTubers ruined video gaming via YouTube. And I guess him and his entire crew of people have an issue against people who quote-unquote shill for products, etc. That would be me, because I'll tell you the truth, I got no problem. If you're a company and you have a product and you want it reviewed, I will be more than happy to give you a 100% honest to goodness review on said product. What does that mean? That means I'm going to go over the product just like I did my what is it called? The little mirror thing, the little screen mirror. And at first I thought the device was fantastic. And then after using it, while using it for the review, I realized that as soon as I hit record on my cell phone, the screen recording mirror turned into a slideshow. So I said, this is a great product up until this moment, which is the truth. Same thing for retro shooters, same thing for my arcade cabinet. You know, I gave honest reviews. Same thing for the extreme gaming cabinets cabinet. I'd like to give complete and honest reviews, in my opinion. And if something's not good, I'm going to say it. If something's great, I'll say it. With that said, I firmly believe in capitalism. So I firmly believe that, for instance, I firmly believe in capitalism. I believe that if you're able to make money off something, you should be able to do so. And you should be able to set the standards. And if you want to charge for making YouTube videos, you should be able to. If you want to take product for free and do review videos for it, you should be able to. It's a free country. You should be able to do whatever you want. It's your channel. And that's the issue that I'm having with what REXER is basically saying in his video. I don't really care. He's entitled to his opinion. More entitled to it. He has it. I'm not shitting on him. He's entitled to his opinion all he wants. But to shit on people like RG8285 or whatever, RGT85, whatever the fuck his name is, and Smash JTV and Michael B. You know, some of these guys I might not be the biggest fans of, some of them I am, etc. They do things their way, I do things my way. I think it's silly to rip on a guy or a channel just because they want to do things a certain way. When I started doing YouTube, because my wife actually went into rehab for alcoholism. I started a channel. I wanted it to be basically based off of my arcade cabinet that I got from Arcades Are Fun, because when I bought it, I realized that there was no one out there that had videos on it hardly. So I'm like, all right, let me be that guy. So my channel first started out being basically all about the Arcades Are Fun cabinet. So if you scroll back my old videos, every fucking video is involving Arcades Are Fun in the cabinet. Since then, I've evolved and realized, while my wife was in rehab, that this has been a huge therapy for me to get everything that I get fucked up, because I've got a pretty screwy job. I see some really screwy shit. And this is a great way that I realized to get all this shit out that fucks with me out through creative processes, through making videos, shorts, posts, just whatever it is. This is what I've been doing. It's been a great therapy session for me personally. So that's why I do it. And then I figured, well, why not do a side job for it? You know, I get paid very well as a firefighter. I love it. It's my greatest job in the world. I enjoy doing it. I pride myself on what I do. I pride myself on being an honest person. So I said, screw it. Maybe I can make some money off the side of doing YouTube. And it took me a little bit. I got monetized. I'm making jack shit, to be honest with you. I am LLC'd, so I can't get sued by people, or they can sue. You know, my YouTube channel, you'll get my $100 a month that I make, if that. More power to you. But anyway, that's why I chose to do YouTube, just to get the therapy out, to get the demons in my head. You know, I was alone. I had 4 kids. My wife was in rehab for damn near 2 months. I was just going crazy here. So I just started making videos, just to, 1, for therapy, and 2, to show my wife that I'm good. I got it. You do what you got to do, and I'll do what I got to do. And yeah, make it more P. Diddy. And thank goodness, you know, the Lord is good. My wife is over 2 years sober. She's been amazing. She's a rock that I have to stand on. But let me just shut the fuck up and get to this video. So I want to just go over and, you know, just live react and give my reviews and my opinion on his video. I watched like the first 30 seconds and I paused and I'm like, all right, I was going to do a edited one. I don't want to do it edited. I want to start doing more live content, start getting more people in the channel, more involved into what we're doing here on this channel, and just, you know, overall just start being way more interactive. That's why I love being interactive with everybody, having the ability to talk to everybody at once and get your reply and literally hop you up here if you want. So towards the end, I'll put a link, and if you want to join me and talk some shit, say your word, speak your mind, more power to you. It's probably going to be an hour and a half, give or take, maybe less. Let me just shut up and get over this. So I'm going to switch over to REXER. I'm going to start his video, and give me a second. All right.
Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Let's just run with it and see where it goes.
Yeah, what can I do? Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? Show me the money.
Say it with me one time, Jerry.
Show you the money. Yeah, no. Show you the money.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah.
Good production.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Yeah, show me the money. So right off the bat,
okay, who remembers
right off the bat,
movie, Jerry Maguire?
So
probably remember
the video is about, I guess, anti-shilling and being against anti-shilling, and right off the bat, he asked you to hype, subscribe, etc. That's kind of the same thing. Like, you can't bitch and moan. Video's echoing, motherfucker. Okay, let me find out. Let me find out where it's echoing. Video is echoing. How bad is it echoing? Let me see like why. All right, that's muted. That's muted.
Show me the money. You remember that part, but what you don't remember, it all started with Jerry writing a manifesto. The things we think and do not say. Where he
is it still echoing? No, I can see you, James. I can see you. It was still echoing? I got to figure out what's doing that. Okay. All right. So that, I have to have that on in order for you to hear it and for me to hear it. No, I'm actually in all chat. Oh, it did it again, motherfucker. Okay. Now I'm in all chat. Still echoing. I think they are right. Your mic is picking it up. I don't. Okay, give me a second. Let me see. Maybe it's on the mixer. I'll just do this. Even though I don't want to do this, I'll just do this. All right, let me see if this is going to be better. Is it that the mic is echoing? You think the mic is picking it up? All right, let me see what I can do. Let me just double check and make sure that everything else is down. All right, so let's see.
He tells the truth about the sports agent industry and his feelings, and he kind of exposes the bad things, and he tells you what he thinks, and
Yeah,
it
I
ends
am.
up blacklisting him. It ends up getting him in trouble with work. It really backfires on him,
You okay?
and this might backfire on me, but this
Is it
my
echoing now that I got these
manifesto.
stupid ass headphones on?
This is what I came here to tell you. The truth sometimes hurts, but I'm going to tell you it. Anyway, and this is again my
All right, and you can hear me just fine? And you can hear that audio too, or can you not hear that audio?
the things we think.
All right, so I'll keep these stupid ass headphones on, look like a goofball, even though I can't stand it. Yeah, I'll turn the volume up. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't blaring for you guys. All right, and I'll start it over. All right, let's start it over.
Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go, but let's just run with it and see where it goes.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod?
Show me the money.
Say it
with me one time, Jerry.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Yeah, no, show you the money.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Yeah. Louder.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
See, that's what I was talking about. Like, you can't bitch and moan about guys wanting to get paid for stuff, and then you're asking them to hype your video. Like, and also, I don't think this hype does a whole lot, to be honest with you. But, you know, more power to you. Do what you want.
Okay, who remembers that movie, Jerry Maguire? You probably remember the "Show me the money." You remember that part, but what you don't remember is how the movie started. And it all started with Jerry writing a manifesto, a document that he called "The Things We Think and Do Not Say," where he tells the truth about the sports agent industry and his feelings, and he kind of exposes the bad things, and he tells you what he thinks, and it ends up blacklisting him. It ends up getting him in trouble with work. It really backfires on him.
You okay?
And this might backfire on me, but this is my manifesto. This is what I came here to tell you. The truth sometimes hurts, but I'm going to tell you it anyway. And this is, again, the things we think and do not say. I know I got keyboard warriors right now going, these guys are all good people, and how dare you, make fun. I'm not making fun of anybody. These guys are all good people. I'm not disagreeing with you, but when they entered the YouTube cesspool, they start to do their thing on YouTube. They make some horrible decisions. Some bad characteristics come out, and I'm going to explain what those things are. I'm going to explain each characteristic that's bad that each of these people represent. And at the end of the video, I'm going to summarize why I did this video. So stop with your typing. Wait to listen to what I have to say. Wait till the end of the video when I summarize it, and then give me your thoughts. Until then, put your hands down and just listen. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I appreciate it. Okay, we got to start with RGT85. You ever wonder why his videos are always at least 8 minutes, 8 to 15 minutes long? Every single one of them. The guy could take a 30-second topic, a news feed, and he'll stretch it out for 8 to 15 minutes because he's got to add mid-roll advertisements in his videos, and videos have to be 8 minutes or longer if you want to put ads in it, which will get you more revenue. Oh God, I can't stand listening to this guy talk about a 30-second news segment for 15.
Listen, I agree with him on the, I don't, how do I say this? I don't get RG8, 185, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't get it. But I'm not going to knock the man. The guy, like, could make a video of himself wiping his own ass and it would have 50,000 views in 2 hours. So I can't knock the man for his hustle. Number two, I'm pretty sure, and this is going to sound crazy, I'm pretty sure RG8, whatever his name is, pays for everything in his life. Like, YouTube is how he makes his money. So to shit on him, and this is essentially his career, and the dude can, like, blink and make a 50,000 view video, which I would love to be able to do. And I'm sure REXER would love to be able to do. I'm sure anybody who's on YouTube would love to be able to make videos like that, right? RG85, thank you. RGT85, thank you. I always fuck his name up. But who cares if he makes his videos 8 minutes or longer? Shouldn't you want to make your money in some way, shape, or form? REXER is just the morality police and your lone savior who can make it right again. But he tells so many. You're talking about okay. You're talking about REXER. I thought you saying I tell lies. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But okay, you're entitled to your opinion. Say it. Thank you. But I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna start doing the same thing. Like, Patrick from Vetted, who is a Vetted channel, 2F channel, he told me the same shit. He's like, yo, every one of my videos are this amount long for this reason. He's like, if you make it less, you're shorting yourself, right? Because why would you make YouTube? Think of it like this: YouTube is the boss, right? And you're the underling, and you're basically being the whore for the boss. Your thing is you. My guys, I don't think so. Am I good? I think I'm moving. So you know, your goal is to make as much money for yourself as you can. But if you don't do this part, then you're only going to make money for the boss and not for yourself. So why would you not just make a 12-minute long video or an 8-minute long video, so that way you can catch that mid-roll in there and you can catch the maximum profit off of it? It's stupid not to do that. But again, that's my opinion. Like, I'm in this thing as a business, right? REXER might be doing it for his own thing, and that's fine. But to shit, it's a video clip. Yes, I'm going to keep playing it. But to shit on somebody for trying to make a business out of it is stupid. You're looking at it as a hobby and as a fun for you. Other people look at it as a career. That's your career. This is how you make your money. This is how RGT85 makes his goddamn money. So to shit on him for doing that, it's stupid. Like, this is a masterclass. It's basically teaching you, if you're doing YouTube, this is how to do it. Like, that's what you should be doing. You should be doing it to be the best.
Minutes. But I digress, because that's not why he's on the list. He's on the list because this guy is what I like to call grandfathered in. He's tenured. He has tenure, right? Like an old professor. You know, he's as lazy as you get. His quality of workmanship is horrible. And in any other job, he'd be terminated. They'd let him go. They'd say good riddance. But in this great world of YouTube, you know, people with 500,000 subscribers and a little bit of tenure can just keep trucking along, making crap content. Nobody stops watching.
Which is true. But again, that's his prerogative. If this is what listen, if he's got it so dialed in where he could literally release a video of him doing whatever about whatever and put the name Nintendo on there and it gets 200,000, 300,000 views, good for you, RGT85. You've paid your fucking dues already. This dude stopped being a hater. He's just being a hater. That's all it is. Just being a little whiny biatch about it. No, he's not my co-host.
And he just keeps getting views. Here's an example. What's the difference between a good YouTuber who's in his realm and then how RGT does it? Here's RGT.
We've got problems, folks. My air conditioning just stopped working yesterday.
And here's Maximilian Dude.
Of the year. However, it was coordinated by Adam Boyes when he was at Sony, was one of the big dudes that coordinated PlayStation Experience. He's the dude that introduced Final Fantasy VII Remake on stage at E3, right?
RGT.
Rax the Great came over because he's a good person and he lives close by. He's an electrician. He looked at things. He thinks he figured it out. I had to go to Home Depot this morning to purchase a part.
And Maximilian Dude.
Yeah, from what I understand, he was the one that was really in charge and like the champion of PlayStation Live events, the PlayStation Experience. Long story short, when he left, the PlayStation Experience immediately went away.
So, I mean, what's the difference? This guy's got, what has he got? He's got a zoomed in shot, got the back blurry. He's got like basically a portrait shot going on. So he's got the better setup. He's got the border. And RGT85 is just like, fuck it. I got my camera on. I'm sitting in a chair and I'm talking. They're both wearing t-shirts. Neither of them's dressed up. There's no real production in it from what I'm seeing. They're both just talking into a fucking microphone. So what's the problem, buddy? Just that RGT.
And then several years later, Sony goes up and buys
chilling?
Evo.
I don't know. Can you see the difference? How about one more time? Listen to the knowledge, the experience, the great video that RGT's doing.
The disease is back. And I don't think the disease ever fully left. But I don't know, man. Like, it's cool if it happens. It's cool if it doesn't.
The worst freaking state to live in right now is New Jersey, and nobody's talking.
And then you listen to somebody like Maximilian Dude.
Knowing how sort of hands-off Sony was with Evo, they sort of like own them. Things were sponsored by.
And it's kind of unfair because one's talking knowledge about a game and the other one's just basically telling you had a shitty day yesterday and my air conditioning went out. So what? I don't get it.
PlayStation, it felt like a sponsorship.
Yeah, I can't
But
do
I
that.
don't know,
Yeah, I'm
man.
sorry.
Like, it's cool if it happens. It's cool if it doesn't.
So RGT makes the list because he's lazy, he's thrown in the towel, and the quality of workmanship is just awful. He's lost all motivation, keeps on plugging away with these news feeds that anybody can get from reading 2 minutes online instead of wasting 15 minutes of your viewers' times with your nonsense. Okay, moving on to John Riggs. Yes,
And
we all
again,
love John Riggs. I love.
If you don't like RGT85, don't fucking watch him. It's as simple as that. If you don't like him, don't watch him. Right. Yes, you're right. You're right, Galaga Guy. RGT85 is beasting the system. Not just beating it, he's beasting it. Like, I don't watch his stuff, but if I see his videos, and I would love to have him on the channel. I don't watch his stuff just because it doesn't interest me. It has nothing to do with him as a YouTuber. He's been doing it for X amount of time. He probably is one of the... He's just got an audience. He's got a very devout audience. You cannot shit on a guy for that. I think that is absolutely stupid. If you don't like him, don't watch him. Simple as that. That will solve everything. But he ain't going nowhere, and your video is not going to make him not go anywhere. But I like that you're making it because you're entitled to your opinion. I like that.
John Riggs. He loves cereal. I love cereal. John Riggs, great guy. We're not here to make fun of him or attack him. We're here to talk about some bad decisions he's made in his YouTube channel. What is this about? His 500th open cart surgery? You know, yeah, we're all tired of that. It's not about that. This goes back to Popeye. And that may ring a bell with some of you, but when he did a Popeye video and a Popeye review of a game, I believe it was on the Switch, he bought it, he reviewed it.
What happened was a couple weeks ago, I made this video, super clickbaity thumbnail there, if I do say so myself.
And he said it was the worst game ever.
Popeye is the worst game on Nintendo Switch.
Yes, the worst game ever for the Nintendo Switch. It was Popeye. And then the phone rang. Ring. It was the developers of the game. And they said, hey, can you please rescind your video? Because we don't like the press we're getting from you saying our game sucks.
You know, so after a little bit of communication back and forth via email, we're on the same page now. And
oh, wait. He went back and he rescinded the video. He took it back.
So quick change of the headline, Popeye on Nintendo Switch. Could have used more spinach.
And he redid the whole video and said, no, it's not that bad. It's actually good. And then volunteered the information that they're giving him free games in the future and that, you know, he's going to be reviewing them.
And, you know, and as it turns out, they have other games in the library, some other indie games on the Nintendo Switch. And you'll see some of those games later on in this channel. There's probably going to be some good ones on there.
And now the game is all of a sudden great.
I've gone back and played it more. I keep going back to it. I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but I keep playing it. So it can't be the worst game ever because I keep playing it. And I can't explain why.
It's just a shame that this guy would put his own well-being and what he can gain from YouTube ahead of the best interests of the community. I mean, what a disgusting thing to do where you rescind your opinion simply because you get greased and bought out by some small developer and they're going to give you free games.
All right. I'd have to say I agree on that. Like,
Okay,
listen, there's a way you can do an honest opinion, and I believe fully in an honest opinion. But there's a way you can do it without literally, like, butt raping the company, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you can give a fully honest review on something and stand by that, but don't walk it back. You can go a little bit light on something so that way you don't literally, because our job is not, my job as a reviewer, I'm going to give you the most honest review that I can give you as kindly as I can, unless I just really fucking hated your product. And then I'm really going to go all in. But my goal is never to destroy a company, never to destroy someone's product, never to destroy someone's hard-earned work. So I agree with him on there. Like, I think that's shitty to walk back your review. If you think the game sucks, etc., say it. Stand by it. Just because the company comes back at you doesn't mean you have to then bend over and take it. So I agree with Rexer here. Stand by your words, stand by what your initial thing is. But at the same time, you don't have to like really lambast the company. You could do it in a kind way where you're not going to like destroy the company, because you can, as a YouTuber, destroy something. Like, even if you're not intended to do so, you can absolutely have that happen. So my goal when I give honest reviews is never to really shit on a company unless the company is just that bad and taking advantage of people. But yeah, you could do it for sure.
Moving on to this guy. Holy smokes, Mike B, the Game Genie. Yes, the face of the 3/4 arcade community, and he plays Street Fighter like this.
And I am thinking that this may be why the screen was slanted as much as they could use standardized parts. Maybe I am wrong, but I am just trying to understand why the mistake with the line of sight happened, and I am still scratching my head.
Now, anyone playing Street Fighter like this, doing Hadoukens and taking your hand off the joystick, must know everything there is to know about arcades and be the face of an arcade community.
So here's the thing that I have with this. Again, if you don't like Michael B, Rexer, simply stop watching. That goes for Steps Gaming, Messiah, whatever that whole crew of Biggie D, Biggie, whatever your damn names are. I'm knocking you because I'm making fun of you. I'm just saying I don't really know all of your names. If you don't like him, don't watch him. Simple as that. If you think Michael B is shitty, if you think super gay room dudes or game room, whatever they call themselves, I break their balls all the time. I love, they're cool dudes. If you think that their show is shit and is a bad example, stop watching it. Like, there's like 20 or 30 of you guys that don't like it, but you'll watch the show over and over and over and over and pick it apart and watch it again. And you sit there and you like a sponge and absorb all their content. If you don't like somebody, don't watch them. Like, I don't really care for you. I'm only watching your video because somebody brought it up and I'm like, I watched it and I want to see what you had to say. But I don't sit there and watch you all day. Biggie P or D or Q or Brad, whatever the fuck, whatever your guys' names are. I don't watch your shit, especially people who buy their subs. I don't watch your stuff. Don't do it. And I'm not going to. It doesn't interest me. I'm watching this because I want to react to it. That's it. Other than that, I'm not going to sit there and watch your live shows. I'm just not. So if you really have a problem with him that's that big of a deal, stop watching. As far as how Michael B's playing, he's fucking Canadian. You're lucky you don't see him lather that machine up with like 35 pounds of maple syrup, sliding around and whacking it with a hockey stick, trying to Hadoukens with that. Like, what'd you expect him to do? Come on now. I love you, Mike B. A boot.
Community. I mean, this guy must have played arcades back in the day. Oh my God. Could you imagine if the guy was playing next to me 30 years ago and doing that? I'd be like, what are you doing? I'm doing a Hadouken, you know, it's down forward punch. Hadouken, you know, Hadouken. Oh my God, it's embarrassing. But that's not why he's on here. Now, you might say he's on here for his grifting for like Simpsons arcades when he did that whole grift and you know, took money from his subscribers for multiple one-ups, not just Simpson. You may think it's for things like where he would do a charity stream with others and they all agreed to turn off the monetization, but he leaves it on because he's so greedy. He still needed the money.
Once again, you're dick riding because he wants to make a profit off of what he's doing. Explain to me why it is that YouTube should make a huge profit off of everything Michael B does, and Michael B can't make a profit off of his own thing. Now, as far as the charity stream, I know nothing about this. I don't know anything about it. You don't know what he did with the money. I don't personally know what he did with the money. I don't give a shit. But again, if you don't like Michael B, don't watch him. But he's entitled to do with what he wants with his channel. How does that affect you in any way, shape, or form? Number two, Why should YouTube be able to make tens of thousands of dollars off of Michael B, which is what I'm sure they're making off of an hour-long Michael B video? Michael B probably makes $11, and YouTube makes 10 to 20,000 off of his fucking clicks. So stop shitting on a guy because he wants to make a little bit of money off of stuff. It's silly. And again, if you don't like it, stop watching.
Monetization. Then he lied afterwards and said, well, I didn't know how to turn it off. And then they said, no, we all showed him how to turn it off, or you could just Google how to turn off monetization on a video. Oh my God, the guy is a web of lies. And you might even think that he's on here now because of this recent collaboration or collusion he did with other YouTubers to try and kill another small YouTuber channel that had just started, a 25 sub channel. He tried to destroy it and block it from succeeding with other YouTubers where he was the ringleader of that. And he just totally tried to demolish some innocent channel. You may think he's on it for that, but he's not. Oh, you might even think he's on it for his woe is me.
I don't make a ton of money.
Social media presence where he does things like says, oh, my heater's broken.
Now, why was that necessary to bring up his wife? Oops. Sorry. Why was that necessary to bring up his wife and what his wife does? Like, that to me is completely unnecessary, but that's your choice.
And my brakes are gone. And
to also put some money away and pay off some consumer debt. So, I mean, he doesn't make a lot of money, but can afford all these caps. That's, I don't make a ton of money, but at the same time, you say I can afford all these cabs. Obviously, it's just a financial thing. We're heading into a potential recession. Times are tight right now.
You know, and then he takes woe is me pity super chats. Or the best one was when he did the Godzilla.
So I haven't been able to get to the point where I can buy a Godzilla premium pinball.
I wish I had my Stern Godzilla pinball. And he went on social media for a week and cried about how he couldn't get it because he didn't have the money. And then the next day he does a stream and collects $300 in super chats.
Mystery Encoder, don't do that. I don't want anybody to give me donations. I'm not looking for that, but thank you very much for the super chat.
Just to make a few extra bucks.
No, of course not.
Don't do that, please. No, stop that.
Listen,
please, guys, stop. Thank you very much, Mystery Encoder.
It's silly. Like, who
please
cares
don't do that.
money?
Well, not in so many words, but I believe we had an understanding.
OTG, that's not funny, man. Thank you very much for the super chat, but I am not collecting donations. I don't want you guys to do that. Please don't. For a while. Thank you very much. Didn't have to do that. Please, guys.
And then the next day goes and buys a $15,000 pinball machine.
The thing is, I've said this a bunch of times too. They are not cheap. They're like, $15,000.
He's not on the list for any of those reasons. He's on this list because he is completely disingenuous with his audience, with his opinions, with his viewpoints, and will do anything to get free product, to get greased, and to be the first to get those free products and those videos out. He's completely lying to his audience about his interests, about what is good.
Rexer, do you get anything like? And I'm not shitting on you. I think personally, and I'm going to touch on this in a few minutes when your video's over, and the whole thing about making money, etc. Do you get anything for free from any companies? Are you sponsored in any way, shape, or form? Are you just against getting, like, what is it? Explain it to me. Is it that you just don't think that you should be paid for your services? Like, I look at it as this. Let's just say I'm reviewing this iPhone, right? Let's just say I'm reviewing my iPhone. iPhone sends me an iPhone. Let's say they send me the iPhone 17. It's, what is it? $1,200 for it. I review the iPhone. I give an honest review. I get it for free, blah, blah, blah. And then in turn, because of my review, iPhone sells 100 units of iPhones. Shouldn't I get something for what I'm doing for the company? Like, shouldn't that be payment? You know what I mean? Should I have to pay for the iPhone, then generate iPhone thousands of dollars in revenue, and then get nothing for it? No, you should be getting paid for your services as a YouTuber. If this is what you want to do part-time, unless you don't want it, then turn off your monetization. But me, I want to make money on the side doing this for sure, 100%. I would love to be able to pay my mortgage doing YouTube. I think that would be outstanding. Just for running my big fat mouth, to me, would be amazing. And boy, would it make my wife happy. If I could pay my mortgage off of just being a goofball on the internet, boy, would the sex be nonstop with my wife. It would just be like, all right, let's go. Now, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, it would be amazing. So, like, why wouldn't I want to do that? I think it's silly if you don't, but you're entitled to your opinion. This one's mine.
What is bad simply because he wants to stay in good favor with companies and get free stuff. But on top of that, he's just completely dishonest with his community. Take, for example, and this is the reason he's on the list. He does a post of Christmas. This is like last year. And he says how he asked for all this stuff and he got all this stuff for Christmas and he puts it in a picture. It's all stuff he got for free from vendors that he has to do reviews on. Okay? A Quest, right? Got it for free. Quarter arcades, mini arcades, got them for free. All this other stuff gets for free and then has to do videos on it. But he ain't going to tell you that. He's going to act like he loves the Quest VR, where he did 2 videos on it, never played it again, and said he would love that he loves VR and is going to do a bunch of videos on it.
Hold on. First of all, I talk to Mike B every day and I see his posts every day. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is a complete crock of bullshit. He uses that goddamn VR headset a lot because they all play that golf VR game. So I know for a fact Michael B uses that VR headset. Second of all, I know he uses it to play virtual pinball games because they always talk about it. So again, you are talking out of your ass, buddy. Out of your ass. Just
the guy's just disingenuine to all you. And it's a shame that he can't be open and honest with his community and his viewers. That's why this, give it, there's hundreds of reasons he could be on it, but that's the main reason, is pure disingenuousness with his audience.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Sorry. Okay, this next one will probably ruffle some feathers. This guy will go down in history as destroying the NFL blitz. He just totally contradicted the shills who said, oh my God, this blitz is awesome. It's great. Everything's great. He bought it. He destroyed it. He single-handedly killed it, basically, and took it back, said it was junk, and returned it right away, while all the other shills said how great it was. And then they all had egg on their face after everybody realized how crappy this thing was. He was the man who did this. It's stuttering Craig, but he's on this list for something a little different. He's on this list for his Game Awards. And I don't know how familiar you are with this Game Awards that he did, or the Real Game Awards, or the People's Game Awards. I don't even know what it's called. But he puts on this Game Awards event where he asks the viewers to pay so they can vote on these Game Awards. And this isn't like it should have been donate $1 or maybe $2 and you can vote on all the items or the categories of the awards. No, this was donate $30 and you can vote on them. Otherwise, if you donate $5 or whatever else, you can't vote, but thank you for your money. Now, when people are out here struggling to buy games, people can't afford anything. You're going to ask people to pay you $30 so they can.
God damn it.
Awards here.
All right. I agree there. Like, I think that's, if what he's saying is true, I know nothing about it. I think that's crazy. Michael B did a gaming award. Okay. So Michael B did a gaming awards a couple weeks ago, and he and his crew of people didn't like the results of said gaming awards. And my thing was, okay, cool. You didn't like the results. Have your own. You guys have your own crew of Arcade 1UP or Arcade whatever the hell you are, or home arcade people. Have your own Game Awards, and then you can have whoever you think wins. I don't agree with this dude charging X dollars for this awards, but if people are going to pay it and be dumb enough to do so, more power to his hustle. I don't agree with it, but if people are going to be stupid enough to go, oh my God, I can't wait to pay $30 to vote on this, I think that's fucking insane. But at the same time, if he was able to pull it off, yo, more power to you, dude. I don't agree with it, but shit.
I mean, the community shouldn't be funding this.
And again, stop watching.
This should be free.
Stop watching.
And at worst, $1 or $2 donation to vote. What you should have done is gone out to all your rich YouTubers and asked them to contribute. Ask them to donate, and don't ask for any money from the community? Or how about going to all the companies that you know and all these guys know and say, hey, can we get some money and we'll brand your company onto our game awards? And I'm sure there's tons of excuses of why they did it, and they did do it, but they didn't get enough and this and that. Bull crap. Don't ask your community for $30 so they can vote. Figure out how to do it without asking your community for a whole bunch of money. That's just, I don't even know if it was a grift so he could make money or what it was, but it was shameful in my opinion. Okay, next on the list is a guy we like to call 19 Cent Fox. His real YouTube channel is 19K Fox. And this guy is on here for a reason that many other YouTubers could be on here, right? You got DSP and all these other grifters and e-beggars and people like that. But this guy's on here because he likes to deny and act like he doesn't grift for money and ask for money and do shady stuff to convince his audience to give him money. I don't mind people who are upfront about their grifting and don't have a job and they do it for a living and they say, hey, I'm asking you for money to do this and do this. And most of the time, I don't mind when people ask money for, get their kids some braces because they can't afford it, or, a good cause like charity. But this guy, 19 Cent Fox, he's asking for money so he can make his game room better, so he can upgrade from his one-ups to some cool stuff.
So what we're going to do is we're going to sell these for a fair price, and we're going to roll that into some big ticket items, stuff that's not going to be so easily found on Craigslist or Facebook, stuff that you really got to kind of search for. And I've got a few things in mind, but we gotta get some money going. Memberships, super chats. Don't think that your small contribution is actually small. No, it all adds up to something big, and it helps me do this.
I mean, this is some disgusting things to ask grown men so you can upgrade your game room.
So I get what he's saying, but at the same time, I don't ever ask for super chats. But what I said that I would do with my super chats, and I don't get shit, and I don't really care that I do or don't, is I would take that and try and put it in a fund to get myself a virtual pinball machine, because that's the one thing that I would like in here is a very high-end virtual pinball machine. I would like to do something like that, and I would like to turn the money that I make on the channel back into the channel, or at least some of it, a fraction of it, to make the channel better. Like, I do a lot of different content besides you guys. A lot of these guys do just gaming content. I do a lot of podcasts, interviews, and UFO content, and I want to use AI programs to make those better. So that's how I see it. But I get what he's saying, and again, 19K Fox is entitled to do whatever he wants with those super chats. Unless he says, I'm doing XYZ with them, who the fuck cares what he's doing with the money he makes off the channel for the super chats? And again, if his audience wants to fund this for him or pay the super chats for this reason, just so they could see it at their favorite YouTuber's channel, who the hell are you to say otherwise? It's none of your business. That would be like 19K Fox or 19 Cent Fox or whatever you're calling him, doing the same thing for you and Steps Gaming and all the people in your crew that get super chats occasionally, if they do or don't. It's none of his business what you do with the money that's given to you. Same thing with 19K Fox. You want to shit on him for paying for subs, which he's admitted to? I get that. But again, even though I personally am against paying for subs and never would, it's none of my fucking business what you do with your channel. If you want to go in your pocket and spend $1 million and make your channel 1 million subs, more power to you, man. That's on you. That's it. But he's never lied about it to my knowledge.
Toys, so you can get better toys. I mean, this is just all out shameful in my eyes.
But we gotta get some money going. Your small contribution is actually small. No, it all adds up to something big, and it helps me do this.
He's also got memberships where he asks people to pay him $7 a month. Now it used to be $5. Now it's $7 a month. And all you get is to listen to him on Sunday, talk to you for an hour about Arcade 1-Up and other garbage that he's already talked about 500 times that month. And I don't mind when people who have Patreon or memberships and they give you something, they give you something of value. But to go around to all your friends that you say these are your friends.
Yo, I could line up every one of your goddamn videos if I was able to do it on YouTube. REXER, Steps, Mike B, this or that. I could line all those videos up. You guys all do the same fucking videos on the same shit. My Arcade 1-Up is this. Look at this golden tee that. Look at this 4KP. Ha ga 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 ga. It's the same fucking videos, dude.
And you love them, and these community members are your friends, and we're all friends, and I love you guys, to go around and ask them for $7 so they can listen to you talk about Arcade 1-Up for an hour and basic fun. I mean, stuff that you don't even like, that you have thrown away. You spent 5 years shilling this stuff. You threw it all away. You kept shilling it, acting like you liked it, and you put real arcades in your background, and now you're asking your audience to pay for your real arcades, and so you can upgrade to something that's cool, that's better. I mean, you got to be kidding me with this. Could you imagine going around to your friends, sitting them in a circle and being like, hey, I'm going to collect $7 from each of you, $7. And then they'd be like, oh, what'd you need this for? Is your kid sick? Or what's wrong? You must need this money. No, this is for me to just talk to you. I'm just going to talk to you for a little bit, for an hour, and you're just going to sit there and listen. I don't know what's wrong with people, honestly. All right, moving on. The last guy on this list, oh boy, what this guy's something else. He could be on here for a ton of reasons. Mainly in this instance, he's on here because of complete hypocrisy, not having any interest in gaming or what gaming is about and why we game. Whether games are good or bad has nothing to do with that in this guy's eyes. Let's just let the cat out of the bag. It's Smash JT. This guy did 1 million videos on Alyssa Mercante over and over, and DEI this and that, and 50,000 videos. Oh my God. How did you people watch this stuff is beyond me. It was a sick obsession he had with her, and maybe he used it to grow his channel, to do whatever. It was getting views. I don't know, but it was kind of disgusting from a...
Okay, so a few months ago, I was in the Arcades Anonymous Discord, and I happened to come across, and this was not a few months, sorry, about a year ago. This is during the whole Danny Cornercade debacle, when Danny was pulling his shit and everybody was letting him have it, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, that was just insane. And I happened upon this channel called Messiah. I'd never seen it before, and this gentleman is entitled to have his channel about whatever the hell he wants to have his channel about. I truly don't care. But I was just taken aback by it, because I'm like, holy shit. Like, after scrolling, I'm like, Jesus Christ, every video has Danny on it, or the Cornercade, or his wife, or Michael B, or this one, or that one. Or I was like, I can't believe that there's an entire channel dedicated to that type of stuff. It just threw me off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care that it's there. He's entitled to have it. He can have whatever he wants about his channel, or his channel about whatever he'd like. I'm all for that. I was like, wow, that's a little much, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it totally threw me off when I saw it. So I made a comment about it in the Arcades Anonymous Discord, and somebody went running back and told the guy, and I don't really care that you did that. I would have fucking said it myself or posted it myself. I don't have any problem saying anything I say, either online, in a Discord, or whatever, to your face. Like, I'll stand nose to nose with you, and I will tell you to your face, I think it's stupid, but you're entitled to it. That's the type of person I am. I'm not afraid of you or anybody else. I got no issue telling you how I feel. And I don't even think it was that big of a deal. And I explained to you what I said, and you just took it and went, I know what you said, and you made a whole 27 or 30-minute video of it. And the ironic thing is, that wasn't even me in a thumbnail, you fucking Mongo. That was my friend sitting on the couch and looked like a goofball who happens to work for a law firm. And if he saw that thumbnail, he'd probably sue the shit out of you for it, because you feel like you picked on the wrong guy. I don't care if you put me in a thumbnail, but you put the wrong guy. I just thought it was funny. Number two, I never watched the video because I don't care. Number three, I look at it like this. Anything that I do that can get attention to this channel is just going to get me views, subs, and likes. So I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care. So there's that. So like, I just couldn't understand that there was an entire video, entire channel dedicated to drama, and you yourself are now complaining, and this is nuts. Like, I don't even know who Alyssa Mercante is, or any of this shit. But yeah, I think that's a little crazy too. But I just think it's hypocritical of you, of all people, to be sitting here Twitter finger and running your mouth, and then you got the same exact shit going on with your buddy. So, stop being a hypocrite.
standpoint that this guy went and cried because he felt he was getting harassed, right, from her. She filed a harassment case against him, and that I think he even cried that she doxed him. Now, the hypocrisy stems from this guy, Smash JT, spent years doing exactly this, harassing people on YouTube nonstop. New women YouTubers, newcomers. He hated women. He would do videos on them, trying to stop them from doing YouTube videos, whether it was Destiny FOMO or that McKenna girl back in the day. The guy was a all-out harasser, nonstop. He had people who doxed people. He doxed people. Anybody remember the tipster video?
What the hell?
Everything that he was whining about, he had done that for years to every single other YouTuber out there. The hypocrisy is off the charts. I wish that tipster video was still live, but if you could see it, you would go, oh my God, this guy's the biggest hypocrite POS there is. That's just what he did. Bro, now that he has, 100,000, good for him. He didn't have anything in his life.
That's a pot calling a kettle. You can't be upset with someone for being wow. Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be on it, but it is what it is. Thanks, Gallagher guy. And Stock Jock, thank you. I'm going to actually add some member stuff and make it worth for you guys to be members, because I have a ton of footage that's just behind the scenes that have never been shown. So that'll make it worth it for you guys. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think that this is silly. Like, if you don't like whoever this guy is, I don't know who he is. I've never seen his channel and what was going on. Stop watching, but don't be hypocritical about it, because the whole crew of people you run with do the exact same shit, buddy.
Except to do, YouTube, and he made it by doing what I call the Jim Rome effect. If you guys remember Jim Rome, he just had to do something completely outrageous in order to get viewerships and get noticed.
And if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time,
I already did it twice.
You better.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris.
But there's 100,000 subscribers who don't know what this guy did for 5 to 8 years, right, of his YouTube career, where he just had a community of his followers, dox people, harass people, do videos on him. And that's all he did. He was not a good person and had no interest in making the gaming community better at all. And that's why he's on this list. And people who are his followers who will come in here and try and defend him, I ask you, go back years and watch, unless he pulled down these videos of him just harassing people over just young newcomer YouTube channels. Ask people about the tipster video, all right? And you'll get the truth. People will tell you, yeah, this guy was a real POS. And God forbid, make sure nobody tell Smash that Samus is a woman, because I don't want him trying to get, Metroid blacklisted now, because he would flip out and maybe do 30 videos if he knew that, oh my God, Samus is a woman, DEI this, DEI that, DEI. Oh my God, please don't tell him. Some of you are saying Metroid's dead anyway from their last release, but you get the point on this. Guys, something else. All right, let's get to the summary here. What is my whole point of this?
What up, Mikey?
My whole point is not everybody. Let me stop with that. There's some great gaming YouTubers out there like Mega Dan and Captain Algebra and Maximilian Dude, and a lot of great people who just focus on what gaming is all about, which is the games. There is no more Nintendo versus Sega. There's no more Sonic versus Mario. There's no more Sony versus Xbox. There's no more talking about how to beat a game and what did you do and strategies and all this stuff. And I say that with some understanding that, yes, there's little hints of that in and out of the gaming community anywhere. But if you follow these people, it has nothing to do with that anymore. It has nothing to do with gaming. It has nothing to do with what gaming was all about when we were kids, which was sharing and playing together and talking about, oh, I like this game, that game stinks, but this one's good, and here's why. Now it's about DEI. It's about grifting. It's about getting free stuff. It's about giving reviews based on whether you're getting.
Hold on. Hold on here, boy. I feel like a Jamaican. How do you harass Galaga guy, bro? Sheldon is the most like G-rated, laid back, pretty-eyed guy ever. Like, he's such a goddamn sweetheart. How are you I can understand harassing me. I'm a dick. Harass me. Leave Sheldon alone, bro. Sheldon's a sweetheart, dude. He's like a big, beautiful angel. How dare you? Indeed, how dare you?
Greased or not. It's about how do I get the most money out of my YouTube video? How do I play a game for 10 seconds, do a review, and then never play it again and never do anything? It's all the people that I've shown you display a characteristic that has made everything wrong with gaming and YouTube in this community and in this gaming world. And if you want to refute it, go ahead, put them in the comments, you know, but I'm just here to tell you, this is not what gaming is about. These people have destroyed the essence of gaming and what it's all about. They have turned their head to what gaming should be about, which is the games, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether they're fun or they're not, how to play them, how to enjoy them, to play them with your family,
So to quickly summarize, REXER decided to make a video of people that he feels are like shitting and destroying the gaming community because they're decided to make money off of it, or for whatever the reasons are that he listed. And I'm just basically giving my counterpoints to said argument. And I think, you know, again, everything that I said or I'm going to say is an opinion and it's mine and I'm entitled to it. And, you know, I'm just giving my 2 cents on these things. I'm going to touch on a few other things in a minute too. God damn it.
games are good. The whole essence of gaming is lost in their minds, and it's a shame. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want. I'd like to hear from you, and I'll try and respond to you. Thanks again.
Zero, I can give my customer.
All right, so that's my views on that, okay? Then I'm going to touch on channel sponsorships, okay? And here's my views on it, and I'm going to go to, his name is Michael Fryer Jr. is his channel on YouTube. And anybody who does YouTube, you're trying to get it to look the best you can, to be the best you can, etc. And I tend to use this guy's videos because he's got excellent tutorial videos on making your channel better, adding transitions, just anything to do with OBS that you could possibly ever want to do. My man here has that going on, so he tells you how to do it. What's up, Billy? You're good, brother. So one of the things that I loved about this guy is basically what I talked about before, which is some of us do this to make money on the side. And if you're going to do it to make money on the side, why not try to get all that you can as far as making money, if that makes sense? And what I mean by that is you represent these companies. Absolutely, he does. You represent these companies. Say you're selling car tires, right? And you're selling car tires for Honda. And you make X amount of dollars, you know, doing YouTube. And you sold them 30 sets of car tires at $1,200 a pop. It's 30 times 20. You just made them whatever the fuck that is math-wise. I'm not doing the math. I'm retarded. So you just made them $30,000, $40,000. You're telling me that that company didn't just make bank off of you? Or, for instance, my arcade cabinet for Jack from Arcades Are Fun. I didn't get it for free. I spent money on it. I spent about $7,600 on this arcade cabinet. In the time that I've had the arcade cabinet, I know that I've sold him at least 20 arcade cabinets myself alone in the 3 years that I've had this thing. It's got to be at least 20 because every goddamn cabinet that comes out looks like mine. So that means that that person was influenced by my cabinet, right? Or just in general, the Facebook group for Arcades Are Fun, I built it from 22 to the almost 400 it's at now. Within that group, I've spoken to however many people. Anyone who's ever had a question about Arcades Are Fun, they come to me because I've made myself the guy. I don't have a problem doing that. What's up, J-Rod? I don't have a problem doing that for Jack because Jack's a good guy, runs a good company, small family business, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. So my loyalty is to Jack, and it has nothing to do with him giving me money because I don't make shit off of any cabinet that I sell that he makes. I think it would be nice if Jack threw me some cash for the cabinets that I've sold for him, but more power to you. He's not going to. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'll still continue to push a good product because I fucking believe in it. I think it's a great product. But still, it would be nice to have made some money off the side on it because I'm making him thousands of dollars a cabinet. You know, he's making probably triple the markup. I say he's probably costs about $3,000 to build the cabinet. He's selling it between 7 and 8, depending on what it is. You're making almost a 200% profit, and more power to you. But what this gentleman talks about is exactly that. So I'm going to link this in the chat because I'm not going to play it because it's going to go for a long time. So I'm going to put this in the chat. And if you want to check out this video, I'll put it in the comments. If you're a YouTuber and content creator, this is a great counterpoint to everything REXER said. If you're making money, you should be doing so. Why should these companies like YouTube, etc., make tens of thousands of dollars off of you, right? So hypothetically, your quest to get YouTube monetized, you need X amount of watch hours, X amount of subs, X amount of views, blah, blah, blah. In the time it takes you to build that, you better believe you've made YouTube $1 million in your ad revenue. You've made them at least $1 million, or at least 100,000, or whatever it is you're making them money. So why is it that this company of Google should make billions off everybody globally, collectively, and you shouldn't make money or get something for it off the side? Now, should they pay you per video? At some point, you should get to the level of making money per video. I would love to get to the point where I'm making $150, $300 per video. You're still going to get an honest review video. I'm not going to lie and say a product is great just because you paid me. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on it. Now, I might not give you the deep dicking that I should give you because the product sucks, but I'm going to lambaste you because, you know, it was shitty and it should have been better. But that's my opinion on this. His name is Michael Fryer Jr. He's got great videos. This video in particular is an excellent one that I say anybody who has anything to do with making videos on YouTube should watch. You are correct, Angie. RGT has built his niche. He's been doing it since 2020. He did it before the pandemic. Therefore, that man should be entitled to every goddamn penny he makes. Now I'm going to get on to Retro Lizard. I'm not going to go into it much. I'm just going to read to you what he posted on his channel, and this is his words, not mine, his words. I may or may not give you some of my opinion on it. I'm probably not going to. He has threatened to sue me if I released a video on him, and I guess gone full Monty like I did on Extreme Gaming Cabinets and Lab Arcades. Now, I wasn't going to just slander this guy to slander this guy. I wasn't going to just talk shit to talk shit. That's not what I do. I actually liked this guy's products. I thought that this guy had some decent products. His REXER cabs I thought were outstanding. I thought they were very well done. I believe he was making Guitar Hero cabinets, which are pretty cool. And again, I've been asked numerous times to make a video on this man in particular. Okay, Retro Lizard. I've been asked numerous times, literally numerous times. I guess the video that I made for Extreme Gaming Cabinets hit a chord with people, and you guys liked what I did, and the only reason I did that for the Extreme Gaming Cabinets video was because they were picking on two of my friends. One of them being Jason Baker from Integrum Retro, and the other being Retro Ralph, and both of those guys refused to stand up for themselves. And if you know anything about me, I don't like bullies. And I didn't like the way that they were bullying them. I didn't like the way that Extreme Gaming Cabinets were treating their customers. I didn't like the way that Extreme Gaming Cabinets were doing their business in general. So I stood up against them, and I told what I knew to be the truth. And what turned out to be was pretty much the truth based off of everything that I said. Some things were left out because I was asked to leave them out by my friends, and some things I told the absolute truth to the best of my ability. And that's exactly what I did. And I think, you know, the last thing that I wanted to happen for those people, as far as the customers go, was for them to lose support on their products. So what I did was I helped create several Facebook groups. I didn't create the one. That was created by an actual customer. I helped to create two Facebook groups. I created one. The other one I helped create based off of Extreme Gaming Cabinets, to try and get these people the help that they deserve, because you have hundreds or thousands of people that are either left without any support whatsoever for, you know, an $11,000 or $12,000 paperweight, and these things are heavy, and without the support, that's exactly what they are when something goes wrong with them. It's basically a 300 to 400 pound dead paperweight that you're looking at, that you dropped X amount of dollars on, depending on what it is, between Extreme Gaming Cabinets or whatever. If it was an arcade cabinet or a virtual pinball, it was between $10,000 and $11,000 what these people paid for these things. Some of them got, you know, the whole shebang. They got really taken for, excuse me, $20,000 to $30,000 or more in product, and I didn't want that to happen. Now, that was for the people who got their product and are left with it. Then there are people who are left with nothing. And what I was able to do was, through my connections, through my big fat fucking mouth, I was able to use the connections that I have with a lot of these guys like Jason from Integrum Retro, Tim from Fast Flipper, Super V pin, which is huge. That's a huge get. I was able to, I don't even know how, convince Super V pin, who is very adamant about not making drives for sale, to take on Extreme Gaming Cabinets customers. And again, I want to say thank you to both Tim and Super V pin, who both stepped up above and beyond things they didn't have to do and are helping customers left, right, and center, especially Tim, who's doing it for free. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much, Tim, from Fast Flippers, from visualpinball.net. Thank you for Lance. You know, I got these guys to basically reach out and extend their services at a discounted rate, which they didn't have to do for people who've been ripped off by Extreme Gaming Cabinets. So what I would like to do is maybe do the same thing for the people from Retro Lizard that are left without stuff. If we can get guys like Joel's Gaming Cabinets, just because they're not, Retro Lizard wasn't building the multicades to the level of Jason Baker, Retrocade, etc. He was doing something, and I'm not shitting on Joel's from G.I. Joel Gaming Cabinets, or what's his name, Glenn from Glenn's Arcade Cabinets. Maybe if you guys can help these people with some of the stuff that they were trying to get from Retro Lizard, maybe you guys could either A, take on more business, and B, help them. So that's what I would like to maybe do, is do a partnership or just do like a bridge to see if, to get you guys to communicate and see if maybe you guys can work something out. Or same thing for Jason Baker from Antagum Retro, or Chris Coolmod with the drives and things like that. I would like to help you guys help these people that were customers of Retro Lizard and Dean Sharkey from SHARKADE, and see what I could do to you know, let's try to help these people, because I don't like leaving people like that. Now I'm going to go on to read Retro. He basically threatened to sue me, put me on notice. You know, I'm going to put you on notice. If you make a video, I'm going to sue you. I'm making a video. I'm just going to read what you're saying. So if you want to sue me for reading your words, okay. All right. I'm just going to read your words. I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm just going to give your words. And then I'm just going to say that the one thing I will say is this, is that if you're looking to buy an arcade cabinet or one of these things from these people, I need you to basically do your due diligence. Read the fine print. Start with the frequently asked questions, okay? I'm going to bring up Jack's from Arcades Are Fun just because it's a good... Probably spelled that wrong. Just because it's a great... He really does have a great product. He truly does. Truly has a great product, and worst of all, best of all, this man's been in business for over 20 years, and this isn't me shilling for him. I just want to show you one of the things that I love about him. His site sucks balls. Jack, you got to get a better site, dude. Your site sucks. His frequently asked questions place, okay? So he goes on, tells you all the stuff from start to bottom. Is there a game list? How long is the lead time? It's not going to be, listen, I love you, Jack, but you know damn well it's not going to be 13 weeks. It's going to be longer, and that's fine. If he's able to stick to this, that's great. But my lead time was told to me between 12 and 14 weeks. It took fucking 6 months. So, you know, even though it took 6 months, I was happy. He also gives you everything that you're getting, which is great. Tells you how you can pay, your cancellation policies. Oh, he's doing all sales are final? Okay. Well, I was gonna say that Jack is... Listen, I don't know if this is particularly true. I was going to actually say, and I'm going to have to walk this back, I was going to say that if it says all sales are final, do not go with that company. But I know for a fact that Jack has done refunds. What's up, Steps? Thank you for joining me. And you please, by all means, tell REXER to come watch this. I don't really care. I'm not saying anything bad about him or you or anybody else. Thank you for joining me. How are you doing there, person? I was going to say, if they have a no cancellation or returns policies, not to shop with them, but I know for a fact that people have returned and canceled. I think he puts that up there just so that way he doesn't get an overwhelming amount of it. Yeah. Well, mud's good for your skin, so that could be a good thing. But I know for a fact Jack has done returns. And for companies to say, I can't resell that product, that is a complete pile of shit. If you've got a large sales force, like it's, for instance, Extreme Gaming Cabinets used to basically say that, who cares? Let Steps say whatever he or she or they or whatever want to say. Like, let them say whatever. I don't care. By all means, say whatever. I don't think you said anything wrong. I think you said things that were completely right. Like, and again, if that crew of people don't like this crew of people, cool. Stop watching. Okay? So anyway, I know for a fact Jack has done returns on stuff. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I know within that time frame, because I bought my cabinet within that time frame, he is 100% done returns. So the first thing you got to watch out for is companies that say we don't do returns. If a company says we don't do returns, I would get that clarified and make sure, and then I would never buy from a company that says I do not do a return. That's just me personally. Because if I'm dropping X amount of dollars on something and it takes X amount of time to get it, there's going to be an issue. Number two, Jack's lead times are nowhere near the lead times of Extreme Gaming Cabinets or some of Retro Lizards. I think a lot of his lead times were between 1 year plus. That is a lot of time. That is a lot of time. Oh, stop it, Steps. You are fucking Drama Llama Central and you know it. Stop it. And I'm going to call you out on that. Just admit to it. Own it. You love it. You live for it. I don't watch your channel, but you are in the back. I pay attention to stuff. You are, oh my God, he said this. And then you go to this person, oh my God, he said, stop it. Stop bullshitting. You know damn well you were for the drama. You might not intend to do it, but you do it. Whether it's intentional or not, that's a crock of shit. Full fucking well, you are all about the drama, or you just love spreading the bullshit. But that's that. Double check and make sure. See what the shipping costs are. See how long this company's been in business. Go and see if they have an individual Facebook group. This company does. Created by the owners of... All right. No power to you. Good luck. Bye-bye. I'm not going to suck your dick to get you to stay here or whatever it is. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that in general. I'm not going to kiss your ass to get you to stay here. I don't care. If you want to leave, leave. I don't care. I'm just saying. Don't say you're not about drama, and I know you are. That's horseshit. I'm going to give you a retro. You got a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve. But that's the truth. You're about the drama. Stop bullshitting. The lead time on Baker's cabinets, I think, is 90 days. I could be wrong. Ask him. Then the other thing that I loved about him was his warranty. This guy has the best fucking warranty on the internet for cabinets. I think it's outstanding. His warranty is unbeatable. You cannot beat it. But that's the things that you should look at. Look to see how long they've been in business. Look to see about their reviews. Check their return policies. That is key. And more importantly, the warranty. Is this shit? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. Look to see what they have to offer, how long they've been in business, and reviews. And more importantly, look to see what other customers are saying. Look to see what other customers are saying. If other customers are saying their ass, don't shop there, run like hell. Okay? If you look and find a fucking buyer beware video, run like hell. Listen, I don't have a Gallagher, I'm sorry. Steps, I hope that you didn't take that as me being rude to you. I'm truly not. But please don't say you're not into drama and all you've been is drama. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's it. Other than that, you're welcome to watch me, stay, live stream my video to somebody else. I don't care. I'm all, whatever. You know what I mean? I just don't like hypocrisy, and that was straight up hypocrisy. But if you have actually turned over a new leaf, I will humbly apologize to you, and I'm going to now give you the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? Maybe Steps is right. Maybe Steps is staying out of all the drama. Cool. If that's the truth, awesome, Steps. More power to you. I think that you'll get a lot further in that. But I don't think it's true. But prove me wrong, please. I want you to. So I'm going to go back to Retro Lizard. And this goes for anything else, and for SHARKADE too, because man, was I taken aback by SHARKADE. So Retro Lizard had a company where he sold numerous different things that were hand-built. Things that are hand-built take time. I understand completely. I'm all for people making money. I'm all for my man making money. I'm all for my man starting a business. I'm all for capitalism, as I said 1,000,001 times. Capitalism is king. Cash is everything. Here you got Sergeant Slaughter playing his game. Awesome. That's cool. But, and I didn't know it was this bad with him. I thought it was, like, not this bad. And the reason that he got on my radar was a year and a half ago or a year ago, he made a video on Extreme Gaming Cabinets also. And I recently got a little notification on it due to Billy Wood Mods' videos. And that's why I was drawn back to the Retro Lizard thing, was because I was taken aback because I thought Retro Lizard was like a stand-up dude for making his cabinets. Like, his lead time is his lead time, and if customers are fine with it, they're fine with it. But I've been contacted by different people and told numerous different things about him, and they've wanted me to do a video on him for the longest time, and I just avoided doing it because I don't want to make that what this channel's about. I don't want to make this channel drama channel or like the gotcha channel or me like coming to get somebody or shame. Like, I didn't want that to be what this channel was. I want this channel to be a fun, laid-back gaming channel where I do reviews, I do fun videos, I do hot takes, things like this. But unfortunately, you know, it all comes into it. So I never wanted to do a review video about this guy and his company because I don't want that to be the thing. I want to do good reviews and honest reviews, but unfortunately I got dragged into it, and then he threatened to sue me, and I'm not scared of being sued. It's just, I don't want to waste my time or give this guy any more attention than what's necessary. Like, I'm just glad that, you know, he's no longer taking money from customers and that people aren't going to be left without product, because that's what's happening. What am I saying, dude? I'm not saying anything wrong. What am I saying? What am I saying wrong? I don't know anything about anything you got going on. Last one, you're going to sue me for what? I'm not allowed to read your statement? Okay, so here, everybody, go and read his statements. He can go fuck himself. I'll move on to SHARKADE. That's a lot of nonsense. I'm sorry. I hope every one of your customers are happy. How about that? All right, so I guess I'm not. So I was in a group for SHARKADE. I created, Jesus fucking Christ. I helped create these groups to help these customers get what they need to do. Let's see. You don't know a single thing about my business. I'm not talking about your business, buddy. I'm not talking about your business. I don't care about your business. Your business is none of my business. I was just saying for customers that if they see a business that says they don't do returns or take returns, and you have a long wait time, that is not the company to go with. And that is my opinion. You can cease and desist all you want and send all you want about my business. Yeah. No, dude, I was told that you were booted from different various Facebook groups because and this is what I'm being told, that you don't support things, and that's why you were kicked out, and you weren't giving customers their sales or orders, etc., blah, 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 blah. That's what I was told by your customers. Yes, you're closed. And to be honest with you, I'm glad you're closed, because then, you know, you don't take any more new orders. So I'm grateful of that. And I can be grateful of you being closed, can't I? I mean, if you'd like to come talk to me live, I'll put up a StreamYards link, and we can have a well, would you like to talk now? Okay, would you like to talk? I'll talk to you right now, dude. Give me a second. Okay. You have a nice day. Anyway, we helped make an extreme gaming cabinets group by my man Pedro, and I helped all these people get what they had to get. And I'm continuing to help them basically from not taking a loss. So I arranged for different people to help them with cabinets, drives, etc. So that's what I got going on with that. So about the Dean Sharkey thing, I had no idea that that was coming with Dean Sharkey. That completely caught me absolutely 100% off guard. The irony is that Dean Sharkey was planning on basically assisting customers to get virtual pinball machines is what he was wanting to do. I guess to help people in Europe or the UK or Australia get virtual pinball machines at a discounted cost, etc. And that's what they were trying to do. And then out of nowhere, he just disappeared. And I don't know what happened. I heard rumors that maybe the virtual pinball community reported him to, I don't know, about the drives and things like that. And then that's what got him screwed over. I don't know, but it caught me off guard. And I was not expecting that from Dean Sharkey whatsoever, especially with everything he went through Extreme Gaming Cabinets. So that caught me off guard. So again, you know, there are people who are trying to help you guys. If you guys need help, there are people out there who can assist you, etc. As far as the retro lizard thing, whatever, dude. You can try to sue me all you want. You're not gonna get a fucking nickel from me. Knock yourself out, bud. I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say anything incorrect. So, Merry Christmas. But anyway, that's my live hot take. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you want to see in the next one. Catch you guys later.